Hi everyone, and welcome to week 4 of public economics. This week we will be focusing on taxes. As we've done in previous weeks, we're focusing on mainly some of the broader institutional questions surrounding questions of taxation. So a lot of what we see in policy work, for example, and in academic work as well, on issues of taxation are things like, if we raise this particular tax X percent, what are some of the likely outcomes? And these are really, really useful questions to ask, no doubt about it. In fact, these are some of the questions that you're asking or that at least some of you are asking in your papers for the semester, and that's excellent. Because this is an abbreviated course, I really wanted to focus on those broader institutional questions. I've got a paper on why developing countries tax so little, why more developed countries tax so much. But the other papers are really situating questions of taxation in that broader institutional framework, which I think is so often ignored in discussions of policy, yet lurking in the background of every policy conversation on taxes are these latent so what's even the word that I'm looking for? Sort of these latent assumptions about the institutions within which these policymaking decisions are taking place. And so what I'm doing in this module specifically, but in this course more generally, is stepping back and allowing us to examine some of those broader institutional questions that motivate public economics in general, and then allowing each of you to pursue the specific questions that you find most interesting. Now this week, in addition to the usual discussion post, your policy memo will also be due. The information on the policy memo can all be found in the week 4 content folder. So that includes, sort of the rubric of what I'm looking for when I'm grading, sort of the structure of the policy memo, some links to helpful hints for writing policy memos, and be sure to really read through those instructions carefully. I'm going to venture to guess that most of you aren't super familiar with writing policy memos, and there is a very sort of unique structure that you'll need to follow. So that will be due this week. Your discussion post will be due this week as well. I have read through all of your proposals for your final papers. For the most part, your proposals were excellent. I really enjoyed reading through those. I provided some feedback for each of you, even when I thought you had an excellent proposal, that ranged everything from empirical strategies to literature you might want to consider looking at, to ways to really bring in the scope of your paper to make it more manageable in the context of this course, and a variety of other helpful hints for your papers. If you have any questions on that or really anything else, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always happy to talk about anything public economics. Just note, in the next, this module, Module 5 and Module 6, there are items that are due. So this module is your policy memo. The next module, you'll also have an item due. And then the Module 6, after the completion of that module, your final paper will be due. So when you're thinking about just sort of allocating your time efficiently, keep that in mind. Keep those due dates in mind that are coming up. I'll launch the final 2 modules as soon as possible, hopefully by tomorrow afternoon. If you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I hope you have an excellent week, and I look forward to reading your policy memos and your discussion board posts, which have also universally been excellent. I love the way that not only you engage with my prompts and with the literature, but also engage with my responses and with one another. It's just been, quite honestly, really fun for me to have these discussions with you each week. So again, any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, I hope you all have an excellent week.